the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets in their house, Barclays Center. Looking at the Nets, this is a season I'm sure they're anxious to put behind them, and it probably can't end soon enough. As of now, they have the worst record in the NBA. Still a little strange to see D. Wade out of a Heat uniform, but we'll get to see him tonight. As his career winds down, where do you see him on the list of all-time shooting guards?
Let's see, three-time champion, one Finals MVP. I'm going to say he's the third best shooting guard in the modern era.
Would you like to tell us who the first two are?
I would never say Mike and Kobe.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, I don't consider Michael the modern era because after 2000s, I'm saying he's not the modern anymore. So I would say that Dwayne would be the second best shooting guard in the modern era.
Well, it depends on what you call modern.
Exactly.
Well, anything.
I think the 90s are pretty modern.
Exactly.
I mean, the last
What are you
20 years,
talking
don't you think
about?
that's pretty modern?
Do you have a TV from the 90s in your house? That's
three,
not modern.
Three of them.
From the 90s?
Yes.
Oh, my
Three
God.
from the 90s.
Yes.
No.
And, yeah, like my buddy.
There's nothing in my house.
I agree with you, Ernie.
And my non-working one is on
Don't
top
be
of
a
the working
millennial.
one.
Don't forget where you come from, millennial man.
I'm a millennial guy.
No, it's
so
right over there next
he's
to
number
my,
two.
It's right over there next to
stop
my
it.
transistor
Number three.
radio.
He's number two. Michael's not modern anymore.
No.
My 8-track player.
And my toaster oven.
And why is he
They're
still selling
all
shoes
right
then if he's
there.
not modern?
Got
him, Judge Ernie.
Yeah.
Michael still has an earring, a loop earring in his ear.
But he's
not
still
modern.
selling shoes.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
The starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At center, Tristan Thompson. At shooting guard, Derrick Rose. At power forward, Kevin Love. At the other guard position, Isaiah Thomas. At the other forward position, LeBron James. The head coach of the visiting team is Tyronn Lue. Let's meet your Brooklyn Nets. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 6, Sean Patrick. At the center position, 7 feet 1 inch, number 20, Timothy Boswell. At the small forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 24, Thomas Jefferson. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 35, Trevor Booker. And the other guard position, standing 6'5", number 1, D'Angelo Russell. And the coach of your team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Nets will look to their home court advantage, just one game here in Brooklyn. And with the worst record in the NBA, they simply don't have the talent to win that many ball games.
And you know what? They don't want to get swept on the season series. 3 straight losses against this group this season. So some extra motivation here tonight.
Greg, you look at how their matchups have gone to this point, and it's not going to be easy. Hard to not have some doubt creep in. So this game will be a test of not just their talent, but their will and resolve, too.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, inside we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Rose is out there with Thomas, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. Now Rose. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Rose goes in, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. And the Nets with possession here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
And you know what, Greg? I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, this is the NBA, the best league in the world. You got to block things out and focus on the task at hand.
And while he's working on his shooting, Hollis Jefferson has shown an ability to create shots. Clark with his herky-jerky drive to the cup.
Kevin could not agree with you more. He is a bit herky-jerky, but that handle is tight, and that allows him to maneuver on the court as a playmaker.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Kilpatrick passes to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Russell. Booker is screen on Thomas. And they double up Russell. And Thompson sends it back. Shot clock at 4. Again, Russell missing.
Cannot give him that much room for mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
The drive by look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Here's Kilpatrick. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Mozgov passes to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Russell. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Russell's got his first bucket in this one.
The mid-range game. And when guys have that, there's no question they can shoot, and this kid can shoot.
Here's Love. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Now here's Mozgov. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
It's stolen by Rose. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And the dunk by James.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Nets trail by 4. Picked by Mozgov. Russell kicks to Mozgov. Pass to Kilpatrick. Clock at 6. Back to Mozgov. Over Thomas. Mozgov's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 4. There's Rose with the 3. Thomas kicks to James. The screen from Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Free throw good, James.
And the leadership James brings to this team is incredibly valuable. When things get tight, they look to the king to provide for them.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Booker dishes to Russell. Here's Kilpatrick. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Now here's Love. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 8. Russell from long range. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He can knock it down from range, convert at the rack. And there you see the pull-up by D'Angelo. Multifaceted as a scorer.
Now here's James. A 23-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Al Russell following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. And the pass to Kilpatrick. He kicks it to Mozgov. Over Thompson. Mozgov's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 5. LeBron passes to Love. It's a pick by Love. James kicks to Thomas. Drills it from outside.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Thomas against Russell. Down low and stolen by Love. And out of bounds is Brooklyn gains possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Nets.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. Now, that's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Now here's Mozgov. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And that one's good. Russell.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's James. Thomas dishes to Rose. Love kicks to Rose. James outside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. They get it back. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And when James gets going, there's no stopping him. Just a dynamite scorer who feels he can get any shot he wants.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's got 5. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Kilpatrick. He's covered by Rose. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Now here's Lynn. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Another shot. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. And now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Look at Cleveland. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, there's the Nets. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Thomas passes to Crowder. Here's Holmes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And when you're on a young team that's still finding its way, how much does the losing take a toll on you as a player?
Well, I can speak to that because I was in that situation back in the early 80s. It does take a toll, but you keep your eye on what's ahead, and you relish the chance to develop as a young player. For the veterans, there's a lot less patience for a losing record, that's for sure.
Nets trail by 8. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. Yeah, the Nets head coach and I were able to chat. The thing that jumps out of him the most about the team they're playing is the speed. He said we've got to hustle back on defense every time. This team loves to run, and we've got to run with them. I expect a back-and-forth pace tonight, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Williams with the steal. Fast break, here we go. Here's Dinwiddie. Misses off the right iron. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Right side, Thomas. Pass to Crowder. Wade from outside. They get it back. Holmes kicks to Wade. Cleveland moving it around. Smith for 3. Not going to go that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Passes it to LeVert. Inside, Dedmon. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Karis LeVert is a very willing passer, somebody who's always looking to set up his teammates, actually focuses on doing that.
The dish to Smith. Wade passes to Crowder. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And the Cavaliers lead by 11. The Nets have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Back to Lynn. They set the screen. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Holmes. 4 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Up again. Clanks the putback jam. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Outside Thomas. There's the 3. Rebound by Williams. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Lynn against Thomas. Lynn kicks to Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. There's a screen by Williams. The 3 buries it from three-point range.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
Lynn against Thomas. Smith outside. He dishes it to Wade. Kicks to Thomas. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Here's LeVert. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. There's Lynn with the 3. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Lynn's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Holmes, that's a screen. Thomas against Lynn. Thomas goes in, out to Smith from downtown. A rebound by the Nets. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. J.R. Smith picks one up. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Shumpert is checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And Williams drops them both. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Holmes, that's a screen. Here's Wade, out to Shumpert. Launches a 3, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Dinwiddie. Count the basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's LeVert. From outside the arc. No good. Shot missing.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And so it's Cleveland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Cleveland?
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. They've got Smith, Jay Crowder out there with Holmes. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Shumpert in at the shooting guard. Now here's Lin. Williams kicks to Lin. There's the screen. Picked by Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Lin.
You know, Lin is a really creative scorer, especially when he knifes inside the heart of the defense. He's just got nice body control and a real awareness as to what shot works best.
Now here's Crowder. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line. Clark, when you played, you had some great footwork in the paint. Which big men today impress you with their footwork in the paint, in the post?
Man, I tell you, one of the guys I've always loved watching do his thing inside is Zach Randolph. I tell you what, he grits and grinds as well as anybody, and his touch and footwork exquisite because he's not an overpowering or overwhelming athlete. Karl Anthony Towns much the same way. Fairly low to the ground in how they play, but extremely effective in being able to get the position and shot they want. And in his Cantor, a guy who's starting to impress with his footwork as well.
A nice shot by Lin.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Outside Rose. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
So for the Nets, Trevor Booker comes in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hollis Jefferson sub in for LeVert. Love's check in for the Cavaliers. Green comes in for Crowder.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Lin. Green with a screen on Lin. Over in the corner, Rose. Outside, Green. Now the feed to Love. Over Zeller. Love, no luck. Brooklyn's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And it's Zeller atop the key. Russell kicks to Booker. Over Green. No good from Booker. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Love outside. Unloads from 9. Good D by Booker.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Here's Lynn. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Thompson.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him. And a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Jeremy Lin, an attack guard if there ever was one. He wants to play downhill all the time, explodes to the rim, and forces the defense to react to his drives.
Now here's Rose. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. Count it, his second make in 4 attempts.
And Rose, so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
And Lynn's athleticism certainly is underrated. Back, in fact, Clark, when he played with the Rockets, they said he had the quickest first step they'd ever measured.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he is deceptively athletic, and he uses that athleticism at both ends. Defensively, he can get steals and blocks too, Kevin.
Now here's Love after Jeremy Lin's miss.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And Brooklyn has possession following the score by Cleveland. And Vince Carter picks up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Cavaliers making a switch here. James is checked in. They set the pick. And here's Russell. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And, you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Now Love. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Rose, that's good.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. The Cavaliers, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Kilpatrick. Rose kicks to Green. Green with a screen for Rose. He feeds it to James. Green, the screen. LeBron dishes to Love. Rose passes to Love. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Love's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs. Picked by Mozgov. Feeds it to Booker. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And, you know, when you let Booker get free inside, Kevin, he finishes now. He's a big, burly presence in the paint who handles his business in there.
Now here's Rose. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Kilpatrick. The 11-footer, and Vince Carter pulls it down.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
There's Rose with the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
On the wing, Booker. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Super muscle there from Booker. Outworking the defense and being rewarded for those efforts.
Vince Carter on the wing. Green, the screen. James kicks to Rose. Back to LeBron. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. James has got 15.
Man, it's so good to see LeBron James rise up with confidence from deep. That's a part of his game that he continues to improve on, and it's actually become quite efficient.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson comes in for Jeff Green. And Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. And the Nets with possession here. Trailing by 13. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Dinwiddie. That one misses. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland's going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. Booker against Love. Back to Thomas. From downtown. Love, no good. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Suns.
How about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
Yeah, I agree. And communication is effort, and effort is communication. Very talkative out there, yelling out screens, giving each other help. Boy, that was a terrific all-around effort.
Here's James following the bucket by the Nets. Dishes it to Thompson. Left side, Love. James, the pass to Carter. Kicks it out to Love. The feed to LeBron. The pass to Thomas. Back to LeBron.
Get LeBron.
To the inside. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Brooklyn.
And you all may have heard this before, but I can't resist this fun fact about Kevin Love. His uncle was one of the founding members of the band The Beach Boys.
First free throw is good. Often modern NBA players will get criticized for not being sound enough with their fundamentals. Clark, do you feel that's a fair statement?
I really don't. I think it's a bit of an overreach. You know, we all have revisionist history. Things were always better in our past than they are currently. I mean, the stories get better as we get older is one of the ways I've heard it framed. I think the players are more athletic, and because they play growing up in more structured environments, I think sometimes they don't get the same nuances and feel for the game that you would get from just playing organically. But I still think fundamentally the players are quite good, and I do think that's a bit of a reach as a sweeping statement that they're not as sound fundamentally today as they were in the past.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. James dishes to Thompson. James left side. Thompson misses.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time, liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Pass to LeVert. The tray. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. LeVert's got it back down to within single digits for the Nets. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Here's LeBron, and the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Timeout called the Nets. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Jay Crowder's checked in for Love. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for LeBron. Out left to the wing. Here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. That one falls. Dinwiddie's got his first basket.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Here's LeVert. Off target from three-point range.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. The Nets making a switch here. Lynn's checked in. Nets trail by 11. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Len. Averaging about 15 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Now, here's Wade. He had 10 points in the win against Phoenix. From 15 feet away, and that one goes long.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Thompson outside. The screen from Thompson. Wade kicks to Thompson. Here's LeVert, covered by Smith. There's Lin with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Back to Thomas. Wade from outside. The rebound by the Nets. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Dinwiddie kicks to Dedmon. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. The screen from Thompson. Near the 3-point line, it's Wade. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so we wrap up the first half. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 11. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lou. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we return to Brooklyn, the Barclays Center, which you can see from that gorgeous shot from above the arena. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Down low, it's Booker and Mozgov. Then it's Russell, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Good on the three-point shot.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Russell kicks to Booker. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Sweet little floater.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
From the moment he set foot in the league, Rondé Hollis Jefferson has been an elite defender. That's his calling card. He's a terrific athlete, can guard really any position on the floor, except maybe some centers, but heck, I wouldn't even mind trying him against most of the centers for short stints. He's that good on deep.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Thomas passes to Thompson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Drains it from beyond the arc. Love's got 11 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's the floater. Mozgov with the bucket.
Yeah, you can see the work that Mozgov has put in on display there, refining his moves inside. Nice to see.
Love outside. Outside Rose. Back to Love. From deep, Thomas. That falls. Great assist by Love. Thomas got the lead up to 14 now for Cleveland.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Russell kicks to Booker. Lays it up off the glass. 8 points for him.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's LeBron. Mozgov with the block.
Timing and sneaky athleticism, Kevin, allowed Mozgov to get to that shot.
LeBron dishes to Love. No good from outside. Nets trail by 12. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Kilpatrick passes to Mozgov. Russell with it. He's picked up by James. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mozgov. Banked in off the glass. Mozgov's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Thompson sets the pick for James. Another shot, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Holmes checked in, and the foul on Derrick Rose. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 3rd quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Russell kicks to Mozgov.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Yes, that goes in. 14 points for Derrick Rose.
And with the lift that Rose gets from his legs, he's able to put such a soft touch on those floaters. That's a great shot for him.
Pass to Kilpatrick. Just 5 to shoot. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Russell left side. He kicks to Mozgov. Back to Russell. Wants to get it to Booker and does. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
Holmes, that's a screen. LeBron with it. 17 points in the game. Rose kicks to Holmes. James dishes to Rose. Holmes, that's a screen. Back to LeBron. Thomas passes to Love. And stolen by Booker. Russell against Thomas. Here's Mozgov. Hits some rim on the way in. And the bucket's good. Mozgov's got 6 in the quarter. Now here's James. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. And another miss by Cleveland. Nets trail by 10. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Out to Russell. The dish now to Mozgov. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And, you know, at this point in his career, Mozgov knows his role, plays hard defense, and really takes quality shots on offense.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to be on fire from behind. They have been really good from the three-point line.
Kicks it out to LeBron. Outside Rose, and Thomas has it in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Now Zeller, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Russell kicks to Mozgov. It's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Thomas has it in the corner. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 18 points for Isaiah Thomas.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Russell from long range trains the three-pointer.
Wow, that's real nice. I mean, D'Angelo really sets before he gets into a shot. Good use of pace there.
Love dishes to Thomas. Mozgov against Love. Thomas kicks to Love. And stolen by Russell. From past the arc. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Love kicks to Thomas. James outside. Outside for Thomas. Pocket 6. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Lynn. Mozgov sets a screen for Lynn. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They've led by as many as 14 points. And it's Rose missing. Nets trail by 9. Outside, Russell. Kicks it to Zeller. He dishes it to Lynn. Drills it from outside. Lynn's got 14 points.
And Lynn heats up in a hurry now. He has devastating solo spurt ability when he gets rolling.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Jay Crowder's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for LeBron. Wade, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Thomas. 9 feet out. Holmes, good. And the Cavaliers lead by 8. Nets have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's the screen. Picked by Zeller. Here's LeVert. He has 6. In the corner, it's Lynn. Baseline Jay on the way. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And Karis LeVert enjoying a lot of playing time on a rebuilding Nets team, Clark. What did he show you?
A little bit of everything. I thought he had a chance to be a really good pro. He's got an excellent assist-to-turnover ratio for a young guy. Sees over the top because of his size. Doesn't try to do too much. Unselfish, smart, good work ethic. All of that stacks up to long-time, impactful pro.
J.R. Smith on the wing. Outside Crowder. And Shumpert kicks to Wade. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Wade's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Boy, you got to admire the mid-range game of Wade. Has this area of the floor on lock. I mean, incredibly efficient from here.
And Zeller kicks to Dinwiddie. Picked by Zeller. Here's Dinwiddie. Wade is covering. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Holmes, that's a screen. Wade kicks to Holmes. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shot by Crowder, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's stolen by Wade. Feeds it to Smith. Dishes to Wade. 1:06 left to play in the third. And here's
I love that. Yes, indeedy.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Dinwiddie kicks to Zeller. There's the pass to LeVert. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. LeVert's got 8.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. A switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Richaun Holmes. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Dinwiddie passes to Dedmon. There's the screen to the wing right side. They double him with Shumpert. Williams. Whoa!
Hey, watch out now. Watch out. And the awareness from Lynn, outstanding. A true point guard who really sees the floor well.
Wade outside. Thompson sets the pick for Wade. With 2 seconds left, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Lynn. That one's not going to go. Isaiah Thomas, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Back to the action after this word. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Nets trail by 4. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Amon Shumpert is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Smith. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Thompson in at the center. Picked by Williams. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Lynn. Jay Crowder pulls it in.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that Jay from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Thompson no good on the free throw. And for the Nets, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Lynn with it, now guarded by Shumpert. They set the pick. Inside, rejected by Crowder. Shumpert with it to the inside. Trying to find Thompson, he gets it to him. And there's the feed to Shumpert. Wade outside. It's Crowder on the wing. It's a hand on it. Nets trail by 6. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Thompson, a screen on Williams. Crowder kicks to Thompson. Wade dishes to Thompson. Down low. Here's Smith. Out to Wade. He feeds it to Thompson. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. The screen from Thompson. Here's Wade. And he can't bank that one in.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
The turnaround. A shot by Williams, no good. Cleveland leading by 6. Crowder kicks to Thompson. Here's Shumpert. Offensive rebound. The shot by Thompson, no good.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
Williams a screen. LeVert the pass to Williams. Nets passing it around. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Taken away by Williams. In transition, here come the Nets. And here they go. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to 4 on the bucket from Dedmon.
Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
Now here's Shumpert. Wade outside. And a miss there on the triple.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And from long range, hits the three-point bomb. And it's now only a 1-point Cavalier lead. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Love's checked in for Crowder. James comes in for Smith. Rose, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. No good from Booker.
And, you know, where was the defense there, Kevin? I mean, even though he missed it, that was not a good effort. Pitiful.
Thomas dishes to James. Another miss by James. Nets trail by 4. Shot from free throw range. Mozgov. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Outside Thomas. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. There's a good screen, and Booker kicks to Mozgov. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Mozgov's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
It's tipped and stolen by Russell to take the lead and count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Free throw good, Russell. And for D'Angelo Russell, the offensive talent is obvious, but it seems his defense, Clark, has a ways to go.
Well, he's got the package now. He's got good size. He's not a great athlete. He's a good athlete, but not an explosive, powerful athlete. I think he's got to get stronger. And the other piece is he's got to really be about the mental aspect, the focus, and the consistent effort day in and day out to maximize his physical gift.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And that one misses. He's off on the second. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Fires from deep. Again, Russell missing. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Here's Kilpatrick. Pass to Mozgov. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Mozgov's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
LeBron passes to Thompson. Back to LeBron. And he goes right over D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Booker is screen on Love. Hollis Jefferson, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets. Now James. The kick out to Rose. They get the rebound. Back to James. Thomas dishes to Rose. Passes it to LeBron. Moves back up, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul. Free throw good, LeBron. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Brooklyn leading by 3. Russell kicks to Booker. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And Booker is not bashful about shooting the rock.
And so here's Cleveland. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. The kick out to Rose. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Russell passes to Mozgov. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He kicks it to Booker. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Here's Love. James outside. Love inside. He's guarded by Booker. Love, no luck. Mozgov a screen on Thomas. And the rejection by Love. Thomas kicks to Love. Back to Thomas. And stolen by Booker. Outside Russell. Now the dish to Booker. Kilpatrick passes to Mozgov. Here's Kilpatrick. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And here's Rose. Back to James. And Thompson kicks to James. Goes up on the wing. Bullseye! LeBron's got 9 points here in the second half. Brooklyn leading by 3. Russell kicks to Mozgov. Screen by Russell. Sinks the triple.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
The Cavaliers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Here's James. Mozgov with the block. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Covered by LeBron. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. To the wing on the left. Looking to get it going. The offensive rebound. And Thompson kicks to Thomas. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Free throw good, LeBron.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Outside Russell. There's a good screen. Booker is screen on Love. Russell dishes to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Nice concentration from the big man there. Rolling to the right place after setting the pick. That's well done.
James, no good. Net shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kilpatrick. That 3 off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 6. The drive by LeBron. And he banks in the layup. James has got 13 points in just this quarter.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
And the basket by Kilpatrick.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
For 3, Love. Rebounded by the Nets.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Screen by Russell. Mozgov sets a screen for Russell. To the inside. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Love the hard-nosed attitude of Mozgov. Earns himself a bucket, plus the trip to the line.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Thompson passes to Thomas. And here's Love from the arc. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. 14 points for Kevin Love.
Boy, it sure is a lot of fun watching Love bury these outside shots. I mean, when he's hitting from deep, it opens up things for everybody.
Russell kicks to Mozgov. 55 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Kilpatrick passes to Booker. It's up a 3. And it's Kilpatrick missing. And the Cavaliers with possession here. And stolen by Booker. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Inside. Booker the pass to Kilpatrick. Outside Russell. Booker is screen on Thompson. Puts it up from 12. Off the left rim and out.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
Yep, this one's a wrap, partner.
And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Well, you still got to know the situation and be aware. I mean, he wasn't getting to that ball. Best to not get out of control and pick up that foul.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Carter outside. Rose with the ball. And another miss by Cleveland. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jeremy, it really looked like defense got you guys going tonight and got them off their game.
Yeah, I mean, this might have been the hardest that we played, collectively for a whole game in a while. And I think everybody who really stepped out on the floor, they gave everything they had, and it was just great to see.
Really was telling, Jeremy, how you guys got going. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.